Afternoon everybody, it's been a while since I've sat out here for a chat. Where do I begin? The garden is an unmitigated disaster. The garden is an unmitigated disaster. There's absolutely no doubt about it now. I'm going to have to cut my losses. There is just so much damage everywhere from this virus. My runner beans are absolutely covered in flowers, but they're not really producing anything. The Sweetcorn have got the Mosaic virus now and looks awful. What else? Everything that I've grown has got the virus now. So I've done a lot of reading, and the two main viruses are cucumber mosaic virus and tobacco mosaic virus. Now, I don't know how you actually identify between the two. But of the two, the worst seems to be the tobacco mosaic virus. I think it's more transferable and longer lived. I've also been researching plants that are better resistant. So my plan is this: I'm going to harvest as much as I can today and then remove everything. So it's a real shame. It's August bank holiday weekend, and I should still have a full garden for harvesting, but it's going to be bare. So I'm going to lift as much as I can and not replace anything at all, in the hope that the virus has got nothing to thrive on. And then in October, my son has agreed to do the work for me. So we're going to either repair the back fence or replace it. I'm going to build a new base for the summer house and move it to the opposing corner, so it's under my neighbour's plum tree. And then where I'm sitting now, I shall be putting in some individual raised beds, so that from next year everything that I grow will have its sort of own isolated little island. Try and cut down on any transmission. I mean, if it happens again next year after all this work, it's going to be an expensive mistake, and I think I'll be close to giving up, because honestly for the last few weeks I have felt like giving up. I've really not been out here. A lot of stuff's gone to seed. I've not been picking my chard, the calendula, because we've had a bit of rain, and prior to that I'd been watering the garden with a sprinkler, so now I've got powdery mildew. So it's just, everything's just been wrecked. It's very, very disappointing. So I don't want to sound too sort of doleful. There's always next year, and what I have harvested up to now has been good. So I'll finish my usual coffee, and I'll take you around and show you the damage and see what I can rescue. So this is a sweet corn, as you can see. It's just dying off. Look at this. But there are cobs there, and very, very sadly, the Pongo beans have now got the Mosaic virus. So that's everything in this bed. So, time to get it out. No, look at that. So that's a pollination issue. But they don't look very nice. No, it's not worth keeping. That was slightly better. Not brilliant. That one's okay. That's another good one. So this plant had two. Let's have a look. Feels a lot smaller. That. No. Oh, okay. Okay. So, half a cob on that one. So as you can see, the Pongo beans now have got the Mosaic virus. So I'm stripping them of all the beans and then pulling them up. So I've cleaned this bed. I've cut the calendula right down to the ground because there's new shoots coming, so that might give me a second flush. I've got rid of all the dead growth of the strawberries, but look at all the runners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pot those up and then keep them in a separate area because they don't appear to have the Mosaic virus, but because it was present in this bed, I don't want to spread it in case. So just see how they go through the winter, and if they still look okay, then I can plant them up next year. But these look nice and healthy. This is what I've harvested. These are the Pongo beans and the Sweetcorn, which was swift. The garden's looking bare already. Well, these look wonderful from a distance until you get closer. Just everything's dying. It's all got to come out. There's no point having it here any longer. asked to look at it from this side. And this is the cobra. Half of the plants haven't even climbed. They've not got above a foot tall. Next to it is a self-sown sunflower. That's got it. So there's no point me keep staring at it. I'm going to have to get in there, get it all down. But isn't that a shame? And the bees love it. But I just can't have this disease anymore. Oh, I've had enough of today. So that's all tidy over there. This is tidy. Cut back that calendula as well. So this is all the new growth. The courgette's gone. Now, I haven't taken the runner beans down just because there's so many bees on the flowers. So what I've done is I've removed all the cobra and tidied up here, and I'm going to leave the beans a little bit longer because they're not really doing any harm to anything else, because I've removed everything else. So just while the bees are enjoying the flowers, I haven't got the heart to cut it down. Now, I don't know if I can show you this successfully, but I don't know if this is a hedgehog nest. This is my rhubarb, and there's piles of earth everywhere. And then if I get right under here, there's a nice little hole. Don't know if you can see that. It's sort of hedgehog size. So I don't know if anything's been sleeping there at night, or day rather. And the roses under here, it's got lots of new shoots at the base. So I think what I'm going to do, once the beans are out and the canes are down, I'm going to cut that to the ground and retrain it, because it's got too tangled and it's been there for years. I think I planted it when I first moved in here nearly 20 years ago, so I think it will give it a new lease of life. I've also cleared this path. I'll save the sunflower head. I shan't be using the seed myself, but I shall dry that and then the birds can have it. And then one more thing to show you. I've brought the aubergine outside because look, that's really got the mosaic virus now. So it's even got that, and that one too. So I don't want that in my greenhouse. But it's still growing. And this one's got two, one there and one there. They're my supermarket potatoes, Maribel. These are my Nance carrots, mint, and then this container has got carrots in, but I've deliberately spaced them out to see if I can get much bigger carrots. So I've got Amsterdam 43 on the right and Paris Market on the left.